Hey guys, I'm Cycle Beast, and today I'm playing the one and only. I'm playing the one and only Sherlock Holmes again, so let's do this.
Mr. Sherlock Holmes, I presume.
Correct. With whom do I have the pleasure?
Emilio Esteva, happy to make your acquaintance. I am here on behalf of Mycroft, your brother. He is on his way to Cordona. In the meantime, he requests your assistance with a sensitive matter. My orders are to provide you with the details.
I'm afraid I don't have time for this now.
I hope that you will reconsider. If you do, I'll be here.
Not now. Refuse to help Minecraft. Ooh, what's this?
Just look at this thing. It's huge.
Hey, it's a
Bizarre
mermaid.
object, and yet oddly familiar.
Looks like one of those. Creepy. It's like one of those fake mermaid stuff. A mermaid skeleton.
Did you just remember something?
Yes. A room full of curiosities and artifacts. I think I can find it in the manor.
Sherlock. So, you continue to pursue the imaginary. I had hoped you might have got all this out of your system by now.
Mycroft, what are you doing here? Get out of my house.
It's my house, actually. I've come to bring you back.
I have no interest in returning, let alone with you. I know you lied about Mother all these years, claiming she was merely ill, but she was unstable. She never had tuberculosis. She was not recuperating, but mentally deteriorating, and you never once thought to tell me. How dare...
I shall not indulge this petulant tantrum. You can just tire yourself out and then slink back to London with your tail between your legs.
Just tell me everything! I'm an adult now. Show me the basic courtesy of an explanation. You know I will find out eventually.
The goal was stability, and that's what you got. The right thing for everyone was to try and move on from her passing.
The consequences of one's actions determines what is right or wrong.
Yes, exactly. The ends justify the means. After leaving Cordona, Sherlock, you had a normal childhood. In London, I was able to support you, guide you, shape you into a fine and productive young man. You have so much potential, so much to offer society.
But that's not the end. Now I found the truth, and it has shattered everything I knew about her, about you, and about myself. I feel unstable because of you. Your actions were not justified. Lying never is.
Oh, grow up, Sherlock. It was a white lie which has as much use in the realm of the interpersonal as the international. It is time you come to accept that some things are bigger than yourself.
Oh, you are full of it. You like to pretend you care about the big picture, but it's just an ego trip. You like knowing more than others. You like greasing palms and rubbing shoulders with the rich and powerful. You like having eyes and ears everywhere. The fact it helps the nation is incidental, because all you care about is yourself.
It's true. I have agents everywhere, including Cordona. If you weren't so damn stubborn, you'd realize that means I'm only here for you.
Just look at...
I like all these different. Black deluxe suit.
Look at this thing. It's huge.
I remember returning home with a pair of perfect sticks. We wanted to turn them into training swords.
Oh, that's right. We stood there, frozen, staring at something huge in the main hall. It was a giant aquarium with a living mermaid in it.
Impossible, it must have been something else.
Dry, skeleton, rock.
Oh, of course, that mortifying hoax presently taking up space in our front yard.
Well, fine. Your memory's better than mine. But I'm sure we started examining it immediately. And someone else was around too.
It was my mother. She asked what I thought of the artifact.
You were really concentrating and holding something in your hand.
Glass.
I inspected it with a magnifying glass and was able to confirm it was made of two different skeletons. The mermaid was a fake.
And so it was time to smash the thing. Your mother took a hammer and...
Slow down, John. That's not how it happened. I remember other people joined us. The workers took the artifact and placed it into the cabinet of curiosities. It became part of Mother's collection of fakes. She always said that the truth lies in the details. This mermaid helped me to learn that.
Gerson Curiosity.
Ah yes, my mother's studio. She was an authenticator, and this was her cabinet of curiosities.
Ooh.
The
I never
full-plate
saw the
armor
point.
of Sir Robert Saunford.
What does it matter if some artifact
told
is
my
real
father
or
won it
not?
in a wager.
It still exists. Armor is armor, but look at his sword. Oh, how badly I wanted to wield the blade. Maybe you take it instead of your pistol.
Have an easier time kill people? No thanks.
The Tulpa, Studies in Tibetan Mentalism. An impressive number of bookmarks. Someone was rather obsessed with this subject. Clearly, it was deliberately torn. I wonder why someone would do that.
Miss Holmes is a patient of considering. Hey, looks like a letter. My dear brother, I heard you recently arrived in Cardona. Have you come to see me? I do miss our evening conversations, even if we never agreed in our opinions.
And this one was brought from a German museum. They claimed it belonged to Vikings. Nonsense, of course. Vikings never had horns on their helmets. The so-called mummy of a Persian princess. The defrauders did good work, but missed one small detail. It's the mummy of a man.
Look, it's Roger. This jolly old man's well preserved. Even looks refreshed.
I doubt he drew much interest at the auction.
That's for the best. I'd be upset if he fell into the wrong hands.
Carefully opened. Dated 24th of April, 1869.
Why did you inform me the trial of Dr. Otto Rich and the death of Miss Violet Holmes?
So many calling cards. Mycroft liked to keep useful people at hand. Reliable and driven. I recognize Mycroft's handwriting. Officer Luciano J. Placido. This drawer was always closed. Only Mycroft knew how to open it.
I remember we tried to break it open and spy on him, but alas, had no success. Maybe today's the day. Oh, Sherry.
I'm starting to remember something.
Look, it's Roger. This jolly old man's well preserved. Even looks refreshed.
Ah, the memory comes back. We snuck about watching him.
He closed the drawer and went to the hall. We were like two shadows crawling behind him.
I remember this cozy blanket. It was perfect for...
Wigwam! Oh, that was a joy to build them. Imagining ourselves as wayfarers on the other side of the world. It's a pity how many amazing things are missing from this room.
Watkinson and Holman, Chapter 1, by Wallace Dioram.
Oh, Mycroft. He always
Hey,
acts
Holmes.
so serious, but then reads tripe like this.
Johnny,
Hey,
if I remember correctly, you
Hey, it's a
couldn't put this
parody of
book down.
Sherlock and Holmes. Sherlock and Holmes. Yeah, I like that reference.
Oh, I remember these. We used them to spar together until Mycroft found out and forbade us from using real weapons.
This is interesting.
Then he threw some logs into the fire and sat in his armchair to read.
It's as boring now as it was then. I'm sorry, Sherry, but I think that's it.
Wait, John, we never use the fireplace in the mornings. What if... I think this is what we're looking for. A bit of juniper in the fireplace created a soothing atmosphere. It's the little things, isn't it?
We made it. So what's there?
Single malt whiskey, Mycroft's favourite. Gifted by Queen Victoria herself. Otto Richter. Otto Richter. This one is rather thick. Mycroft can be truly dogged in his research. Dossiers on the most influential people on Cordona. Mycroft always had a habit of building files on everyone he met.
It's a pity how many amazing things are missing from this room.
Mother said this was among the hunting trophies of a Scottish Viscount.
So he tried to persuade everyone that his forest was inhabited by these beasts. It would have been thrilling if it were actually true.
I used this ladder to look at the top shelf, right? On the day of Mother's breakdown upstairs.
Right you are, Sherry.
Interesting.
We heard a noise. I can't recall of exactly what. And we didn't have a great view from behind the statue. Books and papers from the table somehow...
Items.
ended up on the floor. Now it's coming to the surface. I feel it.
And
Come on, Sherry. Let's go outside. Wait. Did you hear that? Come here, Sherry.
You call this progress? Charlatan, amateur. I'm not letting you anywhere near my mother again.
So there was a quarrel between them. I heard a noise in the hall. Let's check it out.
oh, you did? Oh.
Sherry, look!
Dear Mr. Holmes, I've been waiting for you. A curt message to Turkeys across from Cornwall Abbey in North Grand Survey. Come at once. Inconvenient, come anyway. P.S. You need the appropriate outfit for this place. Avoid any
An
unnecessary.
invitation that comes with a mask. We can't miss this, Sherry.
Nevertheless, for normal people. I want to go do some of the side quests now.
And the kiss mark, it's the work of a...
Here to gawk at the bloater?
Not at all, officer. Perhaps I can help.
Help with what exactly? Solving an accident? Fellow drank himself to death, literally. Case closed. It's not the first case, neither. A few days ago, another drunken sailor drowned himself in a fountain.
There's talk on the streets that a siren could be responsible for the drownings.
It
A
can indeed.
siren? You mean the bird woman kind? Why, of course, we've got sirens aplenty round here. Harpies, too. Oh, please.
I would like to take a look around.
Go ahead. Just don't disturb the evidence, all right? I still have to write my report.
What can you tell me about the other sailor?
Nothing to tell. Some rich chap complained about a dead body in a fountain. Wasn't me who inspected the scene, though. Should have gone easy on the bottle, if you ask me. They get to shore, they start drinking like fish. Too bad booze doesn't make them grow gills, eh?
It's a good thing the tide hasn't washed away the tracks. I should inspect them more closely.
Okay, let me see.
It's a good thing the tide hasn't washed away the tracks. I should inspect them more closely. Siren song. The rumours weren't so absurd after all. There's still some left, just enough for a tipple. His whole body is tense, stiffened by rigor mortis. A kiss on the forehead is quite intimate, but the vulgar lip rouge suggests a different type of intimacy. Interesting. The face is frozen in a contorted smile.
What's happened?
His fingers are clenched as if he's clutching to life even now. Worn, soaked boots, size 8. Something smells fishy here, and it's not brine. It's a good thing the tide hasn't
Hobbies
washed
are a
away the
good way to
tracks.
take the mind off
I
all
should
the
inspect them more closely.
murders.
The sediment contained cyanide. It turns out he was poisoned.
Didn't the copper say that fellow drank himself to death? He wasn't wrong.
The water is shallow and the slope is smooth. One would have to be dead drunk to drown here.
Just get on with it.
It's a good thing the tide hasn't washed away the tracks. I should inspect them more closely.
Oh, what's this here?
Light tobacco with a hint of citrus. The water is shallow and the slope is smooth. One would have to be dead drunk to drown here.
What now? I've still got my report to write, so make it quick.
It wasn't an
I
accident.
hate to break it to you, officer, but it wasn't an accident.
Care to elaborate, smarty boots?
The bottle of wine I found near the victim had been poisoned with cyanide. He was dead before he hit the water.
Whoa, that's a twist. Any leads on the poisoner?
Nothing to put my finger on, but I might need to inspect the other drowned sailor.
Well, of course I won't stop you. It's not my case anyway. We had a complaint about a body in a fountain. Can't have bodies laying about in fountains, can we? It was somewhere in Scaladio, as far as I know. You think they're connected?
That is what I intend to find out. Thank you.
I just need one more main quest and I'll be done with this game. Silence is golden.
Have you found anything helpful?
I'll be right here.
contest for the guests of Cordona. Find hidden treasure.
Sherlock Holmes, your brother Mycroft sent his regards.
Oh, how touching. Perhaps one day he'll do it in person.
Look, I just tell you what they tell me.
And you've done it admirably. Good show. I'm confident that with a bit of effort, one day you might even send regards to the king himself. Goodbye.
Wait, no. I haven't told you yet.
Of course, let me guess. Mission urgent, fate of the nation, etc. Mycroft busy with his tea parties, is he?
Right. So, one of our agents has been involved in an accident and can't send us the confidential document she's obtained. We need you to go and ensure the job is completed. So, yes, urgent mission, fate of the nation.
So, Mycroft needs another errand boy. And you are presumably too incompetent? Don't give me that look. I'll go and check on your agent. Send Mycroft my regards.
The details are in this note, Mr. Holmes. If I were you, I'd start to take this more seriously. Lives are at stake.
Nothing ever changes. I'm pulled back and forth between my brothers playing all their silly games.
Hey, at least mine are fun.
Mycroft is going on an intersection of Basketsville.
Don't you have an assignment to work on?
Shut up. Shut up, John. Shut up, John. Oh no, Mr. President, we're just going to be flying everything we need to prove for our operation. I like these. Then we go into a cop.
Any progress with the case, Mr. Holmes?
Did you hear?
Oh, what a long day.
Did you hear Basilio Copello is in jail?
He's even been putting up posters. Poor man.
Oh, what happened here?
Sir, what do you think you're doing?
Officer.
Oh, I know you. You're the clever chap that cracked that Palazzo del Luzzo case, eh?
Presuming there has not been another murder since, then yes, it is I. I'm here to investigate the accident. You don't mind if I examine the scene?
You're too late. Case closed. It was no accident. The rickshaw driver deliberately ran that poor woman over, and I'm taking him into custody.
Oh, well, if that's the case, then my examination of the scene can hardly interfere with your brilliant work, Officer
Huxley. Well, if you want to play detective, go ahead. But stay away from my business, all right?
An impact to the back of the head caused severe damage. Her death was probably instant.
Cordona's true horror revealed.
It takes two to tango. I'll find a use for it. The dress looks generally neat and tidy. Any staining must have been from the accident.
What's this? It looks like a whistle.
Cleaning the houses of rich men by day and preserving England's secrets by night.
My friend, you know you're in trouble, right? But all this can go away for a small fee.
Oh, damn crooked cops. Come on, concentrate, so we can stop him before he arrests the driver. How do you turn a simple accident into a tasty case? Add some spice!
From the position of the body, we can deduce that Mycroft's agent walked down the street from the east. The rickshaw's tracks show that the vehicle was coming from the south.
It was in a hurry,
The
accelerated.
rickshaw gained speed down the slope of the road and was going too fast to stop for a pedestrian.
But, Sherry, it would be impossible to miss a rickshaw speeding downhill. It was as fast as a racehorse.
Unless something distracts you. A sudden loud noise caught the agent's attention and they stepped into the road without looking. It was all an accident. John, no one is immune to chance. Such synchrony of events would be very difficult to contrive artificially.
No such thing as coincidence. I bet there's a killer mastermind behind this. Or a team of killers. Ooh, a secret global rickshaw conspiracy.
Upon examination of the scene, I have concluded that the smash of the flower pot distracted the woman. She didn't notice the oncoming rickshaw. After stepping into its path, she was knocked to the ground and died after hitting her head on the curb. It was most likely an accident.
Ugh, that's just your imagination. The facts say otherwise.
Well, fact, there are no wheel tracks on the woman's body, so the rickshaw could not have run over her. Fact, you are blackmailing an innocent man.
Didn't I tell you to stay out of my business? You're lucky there's a crowd.
So the man can go free. Oh, thank you, Officer Huxley, for your excellent decision.
All right. The rickshaw puller can leave, but he better not show his face again. That goes twice for you, Mr. White Knight. Goodbye, sir.
I'm glad you didn't leave that poor chap alone.
The truth must be told, even if it damns as often as it saves. Today it spared a driver and denounced an officer. Tomorrow, perhaps the opposite.
Hidden invisible link, the northwestern crossing of Rendsburg, right? Look for the bird sign. Got it. Bird sign, right?
Take a look. Try it on. It'll be a nice purchase. The finest clothes for the finest citizens. Of course. Think it over. Take your time. Come closer and try something on. You won't regret it.
May I ask for your assistance?
I don't want to talk to you, mister.
Can I ask you a question?
Nah, never heard nothing.
Yeah. It sort of keeps asking the same thing to any person. Yoga man doesn't realize something's not working. Of course I do. Hidden on the crossing of... Found it.
One bed, one table, and one horrible scent of decay which someone tried to cover with perfume. But being a secret agent isn't easy. A brand new model. I must say, perfectly maintained. She took good care of it. Whoever broke in clearly does not appreciate lockpicks. The documents may have been stowed in here, but they're gone now. The wax is still warm. Primitive, but efficient at breaking windows. A brute force intrusion rather than a stealthy sneak-in. Sloppy work. Unprofessional. Someone was in a hurry. Mycroft's documents were stolen. The thief entered through the broken window not long ago.
What are we waiting for? Let's search the backyard and track him down.
The backyard out again? It's...
Fake passports. I guess nothing is a crime if you're working for the Crown.
Yep.
Reminds me of the mess in your room, John. I've always wanted to try something new.
The espionage life. Where at any moment you could die of boredom.
Wait, what's this?
They were in such a hurry that they cut themselves. They injured themselves pretty seriously.
Look at the amount of blood. Does it mean they were waiting here for something?
The police patrol schedule sends officers along here regularly. Our thief wasn't waiting. They were hiding. The blood trail stops here. They must have finally bandaged the wound.
The thief must be somewhere around here. I can almost smell him.
Is this familiar to you?
His Majesty came out of his palace. I know nothing.
Found him.
Piece of advice. Next time you try to steal from an agent of the United Kingdom, don't leave a trail of blood behind you. Try using a lockpick.
So it seems this is it. You found me. And now I have no choice. No choice at all. He told me to give you this letter.
So where are the documents, and who is he?
Piece of advice. When someone tells you to mind your own business, listen.
What the?
Oh, Sherry. What horror could he have been facing that suicide was the better option?
It's a grim... What did you get yourself into?
Wow. That was intense. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys next time. Bye.